nerds watching all over the internet. It is Friday night, January 30th, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. Yahoo! That's right, folks. Another Friday night to talk about all the cool things happening in the world of pro wrestling. I'm talking matches, segments, title changes, returning icons, and incredible pay-per-view events that's not in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, because we're not gonna fucking cover Royal Rumble this year, sorry.
Hell no. Folks, I am your host, Jose Casabona, and I'm also the host of the #1 show on our channel, The Ravens Flock. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my attack partner for Wrestle Wrewind, the man who puts in the hours playing all the videos on his channel every single week, Mr. Juan Arouse.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the mister.
Of course. And much like all our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. So make sure you hit the subscribe and the follow button. Click that notification bell for all our content. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. And for $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you're here to help rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard, staying strong, making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way now is the fact that we have to work 9 to 5 jobs just to keep our lights on. However, there's a way that you can help rescue us from this dim and dismal fate, and that's by doing what you find folks at home do best, which is supporting the Ravens Flock by liking our content, commenting both during and after the stream, especially after the stream. That lets the algorithm of YouTube know that you like what you see and you want other people to see what you like. Make sure that you also share it across social media to all your friends, family, loved ones, and acquaintances, and anyone you may happen to come across who has an affinity for geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. We're talking cosplay, anime, manga, anime conventions, video games, pro wrestling, music, tech news, and weirder shit like that. And of course, the most important thing of all, making sure that you and everyone that you come across is subscribed to the Ravens Flock and that you hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all alerts so you never miss a beat. The more people you refer us to, the more subscribers we get. The more subscribers we get, the more interflockers can come out of it. And before you know it, we'll be completely financially self-sustaining to the point where we're no longer just doing this channel for the love of the game, but also as our livelihood. With your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you get access to all of us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. I see Koristi Rando-sama in the chat. Hey, up here, Koristi. Thank you very much for joining us, but pray tell, what is it exactly that we do here, Jose, on Wrestle Rewind?
So here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today. WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. All right, here we go. We're still on the road heading to WrestleMania. We're making a stop at the WWE Royal Rumble, which, as we mentioned earlier, we're not going to be watching, but kudos to everybody else who watches, and I hope you guys enjoy yourselves.
Fuck them Saudis.
Exactly. Let's see what else. Over on NXT, we're actually we're in the middle of putting things together. The final pieces are finally in position to set up the 6-man ladder match for the vacant NXT Championship after it was vacated by Obafemi. And over on AEW, of course, we're still continuing the story of MJF as the AEW World Champion, and now he has new challengers lining up against him, and things are not looking so good for the Jewish asshole that everybody loves to hate.
Well, yeah, what's his face? What are other nicknames of his? The generational talent, the salt of the earth, fucking the devil. What's another one?
Man, he's got. I have no clue. He's got so many. He makes Apollo Creed blush.
Jesus. No. Apollo Creed. He earned every one of those nicknames.
And of course, TNA Impact is also gearing things up for their upcoming pay-per-view event, No Surrender, which will be next month on the day before Valentine's Day,
which is a Friday the 13th.
Ooh. You know, if you believe in such things. But for right now, let's go ahead and get straight into the review. 1, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
We're going to start things off in an awesome way over on NXT. And
Hi, K-Storm.
Hey. So, we're going to start things off with talking about a tag match, player.
Holla, holla.
That's right. This is a tag match that was set up last week, and these two teams are about to collide for the NXT Tag Team Championship as the defending champions of Dark State, Saquon Sugars, still one of the worst names I've ever heard in the wrestler, and Osiris Griffin defend the titles against OTM, Bronco Nima, and Lucien Price. No kidding! Your birthday is on the day before Valentine's Day. Not a bummer!
That's actually badass, Kuristi. Awesome.
Yay! All right.
Is everyone else okay? Because usually the comments are also popping off. I'm just double checking our chat settings. Don't sweat it. Y'all keep going.
All right, fantastic. So let's go ahead and get to the photos over here. Let's talk about this match. As I said before, this match was set up last week after OTM and Dark State were pretty much brawling during the main event between Joe Hendry and Dion Lennox.
Oh, shit.
And, oh boy, OTM, they're definitely improved in-ring wise. They were a little bit green when we talked about them during their time on NXT in 2023, but they went back over to Evolve to polish themselves up just a little bit, and they made their return recently, and they're kicking ass. They're kicking ass and taking names. As you can see right here, Osiris Griffin eating 2 big boots from OTM.
Nom 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 nom.
Oh, yes. Well,
hey, asshole. How's my foot taste?
Oh boy, these Kmart Retribution guys are definitely in a lot of trouble.
Kmart Retribution? Wow.
That's a deep cut.
Thank you, K-Storm. Yeah, that is a deep cut.
I know. But go ahead and let's keep going here because, yeah, no. Now, of course, in the middle of the match, Dark State was able to
You were about to freaking call them Retribution unironically now.
I know, right? Yeah, no. Dark State was able to gain a little bit of momentum in the middle of the match when we got back from commercial break, but OTM was able to regain control. They got their hands on the wheel and continued the pressure on the champs. Bronco Nima gets in a hot tag on Lucien Price, and it looks like victory was well within their grasp, but then we got some shit happening over at ringside. To explain this little brawl here.
Yeah, what the hell's happening?
First, it started with the Vanity Project running to the ringside and distracting OTM long enough for Saquon Sugars to roll up into the ugliest roll-up pin I have ever seen for the referee to count 1, 2, 3. Your winners, and still the NXT Tag Team Champions, Dark State.
You're kidding. That was it?
That was it. And then after Vanity Project showed up, then the boys of Hank Attack showed up. They brawled with OTM at ringside. We got a huge tag team brawl at ringside. And then the Culling showed up, Sean Spears and Nico Vance, and they destroyed Osiris Griffin and Saquon Sugars in the ring. Pretty much the opening, the post-match segment is supposed to set up a whole bunch of tag teams who are gunning for the NXT tag team titles.
So this week's edition of NXT opens up with, hey, you guys know Dark State, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys like Dark State?
Of course we do.
We don't! Fuck off! Fuck those guys!
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, no. So now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tag teams right now in the tag team picture going that are brawling that are free for each other just to vie for the tag team title shot. So, okay, kudos. You've set the intrigue. But now we're going to shift things over. We're going to go straight from tag team and into the women's division. It is her first match since making her return to the WWE as Jada Parker takes on Nikita Lyons.
Yay! I like me Nikita Lyons. I like me the big girls with dummy thick.
Yes.
No, seriously, no. K-Storm needs to see her. She is packing a whole bakery.
I thought she did.
Between the Lions.
Read Between the Lions. Ha!
That show?
Yeah, I remember that show.
Well, if you're reading between her lions.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Nikita Lyons made her debut on NXT in 2022 with a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement, because she was a big megastar outside of WWE, and she gained a popular following in the beginning, but after a few failed opportunities and injuries on both her knees, her career has sidelined, and she had to take some time off for over a year.
Yeah, suffice it to say, Nikita Lyons, sadly, has not had the best of luck in her WWE run, and that's kind of depressing because she did show a lot of promise. She was rocking her martial arts background. She was kicking motherfuckers left, right, and center. She was showing off her ability to roundhouse and freaking swan dive and fucking, like springboard moonsault and fucking like use them educated feet, as good old JR would say. But lo and behold, due to the fact that both of her knees got effed in the B, Nikita Lyons has since adopted a much slower wrestling style.
Oh, don't worry, she's still quick with her feet, but she's adopting more of a powerhouse style, and she's less fast. She's a little less fast, and
less
she's
speedy, more
less speedy than
brawly.
More brawly, which is fine.
No, it's not really that fine as far as I'm concerned. It's like, it's depressing because the only other thing that's like super crazy impressive of Nikita Lyons is her figure. Whoop, hang on. Sorry about that. I was trying to secure the duck, and I forgot to secure the camera.
Why is
the duck is important, okay?
No, it's not that. It's just like the tripod, stuff in the tripod, you always leave it loose.
It's because I try to keep this stuff easy to maneuver.
Okay? Fair. Now, before we get to the match...
What I was trying to say, let me finish my thought. Sorry. Nikita Lyons is a taller, larger-framed woman. So, with her being speedy, with her being freaking agile and flexible, and fucking being able to kick shit around like nobody's business, it's fucking impressive and amazing. Now that she's reduced her arsenal to slower movements and more power movements, she just comes off like a giant monster guy kind of fucking style. You know,
if it makes you feel any better, she did spend some time over in WWE Evolve, and she has gotten a lot better in the ring, so she's not as slow as we thought she would be.
Well, here's hoping, because I miss me my speedy, factory bakery babe here, Nikita Lyons. So
now, before we get to the match, let's take a minute to appreciate her new look. Like, she is, when she made her debut, she's been wearing nothing but a bunch of, like, full body suits. And now she's adopted more of a warrior princess type look, like an Amazon.
No, Jose, that's Kalisto.
Oh! Ha ha! Ha!
There's a deep cut, there's a pop culture cut for you.
Oh my god, Kalisto.
What?
Like, damn, of all the names, I would compare Kalisto more to Blake Monroe, but okay.
No. In terms of figure, yeah, Blake Monroe is closer. But, in terms of the attire, I clearly see her invoking, Kalisto here. So I win.
Okay, yeah, sure, no problem. Well, my point is that I like this look. This look is better. I like seeing her in this warrior look instead of wearing full bodysuits. I'm not saying anything. Not that wearing bodysuits is bad, but
no, seriously, for real. Take a look at the outfits. Not too dissimilar, are they? No. See?
Yeah.
Pretty close.
It's all good.
The only other thing I was gonna say was, hey, Rhea Ripley. Yeah. We found out who raided your wardrobe. But I'm Tiss.
Oh my god. So let's keep going here. So Nikita Lyons versus Jada Parker. Jada Parker and Nikita Lyons lock up, and Jada Parker gets the early offense during this match. And we see some quick kicks from Nikita Lyons, but Jada Parker was able to dodge them. She keeps the crazy martial artist grounded, of course. And then Nikita Lyons, she was able to get a little bit of a breather. she was able to break away and fight back against Jada Parker. Now, this next picture, I actually want to talk about this because here's what she does. She steps on Jada Parker, as one does. And then
usually people got to pay good money for that kind of service there, Jada.
Oh, no. Not just for that, but you would pay extra more for what she did afterwards because she then jumped up and did her
split-legged
leg drop.
Yeah. Oh, God, yes.
Yes. Unfortunately, Jada Parker was able to kick out after 2.
You didn't grab a photo of that?
WWE didn't grab a photo of that.
What the fuck? WWE didn't grab a photo of that?
Yeah, no, because they're PG, Juan.
Fucking hell.
So, as we get back from commercial
shit.
As we get back from commercial break after showing off
commercial Drake?
Yeah.
Ugh.
As we get back
Cootie
from
words.
commercial break.
Thank you.
Nikita Lyons, after showing off her assets, continues to apply the pressure on Jada Parker and keeping her down. Jada Parker then hits her comeback. She hits a series of clotheslines. She sets up she hits the teardrop. She hits the there she is, hitting her comeback. She hits a series of clotheslines on Nikita Lyons, gets her to the corner, hits the teardrop, then hits the hypnotic, and debuts a new finishing move, which is a sit-out pump handle, power bomb, aka in Rhea Ripley's terms, the Riptide.
Wait, what? No. She stole the Riptide?
Stealing is a very ugly word. More like she's borrowing the Riptide.
Are the two of them just like, hey, let's fucking have some fun and goof off and fucking steal Rhea's shit for this match? I'll steal some of her moves. You steal her wardrobe. You dig? Yeah, I dig. Let's do it.
Why not?
You think they did something like that?
Why not? One of the wrestlers stole Knight's last name. Yeah.
Eli Knight.
Anyways, so after hitting the Riptide, Jada Parker picks up the win and claims her victory. Your winner, Jada Parker. Welcome back.
Yay!
And let's see how long that new finishing move sticks.
Yeah, I was gonna say over here one little thing. This referee, she doesn't look very pleased. She looks like she's bored. She's got the, I'm bored, this place sucks, my feet hurt, I'm missing my favorite show, I wonder where my cat is.
Bullshit, it looks like she's not showing any emotion.
These ladies are sweaty. I miss my couch.
Bullshit, it looks like she's not showing any emotion. Is this a golden rule for WWE referees? They're not allowed to show they're happy about something? They're not allowed to smile?
No, I'm not even bothered with, like, emotion on here. Just, like, not like, I'm so happy this one person won over another. Obviously, that would be a bias, and that's against the rules. No, I'm saying, like, just fucking having any kind of reaction to the match that you just officiated. Motherfucker, get your shit straight.
Oh, well.
Sorry, no, you gotta fucking, like, do this shit straight. I mean, come on.
Well, after the match, we get a post-match segment live via Titantron because Jada Parker gets interrupted by the glamour, Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe talks trash to Jada Parker, saying how taking exception to Jada Parker cutting her off last week, even though Blake Monroe is the one that stole the spotlight. I mean, we have eyes.
We saw the shit.
So Blake Monroe will be confronting Jada Parker next week.
Why not now, bitch?
Because look, Juancho, she's at home. She's in the middle of her beautification treatment, okay? What is your malfunction?
My malfunction is if this bothered you so much, why don't you do something about it, Blake?
She'll do it on her own time, thank you. Come on, Juan.
You know what else? Here's a different idea. She could do it now. Right now. Jada will never expect it. You have a freaking pre-taped promo, and then just at the freaking end, as you finish up, oh, by the way, about dealing with you next week, I lied. And then sneaks up behind her, throws her off, freaking elbows her, socks her in the mouth, fucking hits her finisher. Boom. See?
Well, no, Juancho, we can't just speed this shit right along.
We're not talking about speeding this shit along. We're talking about, like, fucking Blake Monroe being a devious asshole. If you're gonna be a fucking heel, You should be a devious asshole.
That's
What
like-
those like this whole thing of doing a promo on the Titantron, like a pre-tape promo, that's been done before. Asshole devious heels have done that in the past. I don't see any reason why Blake Monroe can't do that. I'm not saying that it killed it for this post-match angle for me. No, not at all. I'm just saying that extra tweak would have made it cooler. Also, one little thing.
What's up?
Poor Nikita.
Poor Nikita. What?
Poor Nikita Lyons.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Like,
I hope this is not a sink or swim time for her, because that would be unfortunate.
Tell me, did Booker T shoot off at the mouth during this match about Nikita Lyons?
Thankfully, no. And I'm glad you brought that up, because we actually wanted to touch a bit. I actually wanted to touch base on it briefly before continuing, because Booker T made some comments on that on his Hall of Fame podcast. And you've read the comments that he said, right?
I read it, yes.
And what is it? And I'm not going to bother repeating it word for word, but Juancho, in your opinion, what does that translate to?
It translates to shucky ducky quack quack, I do what I want.
Yeah, he does.
Literally, that's basically what he said. Like, hey, some dog is like, when I'm in there, I'm there to tell these people, and I don't see why anyone would have a problem with it. I'm there to tell people, you got a time to make, you got to make the most out of the time you've got, and I'll tell you that, dog, because you want to make an impact, and if you're still in NXT after all this time, then there's something wrong with you, and you ain't moving up to the big time, or you ain't doing nothing, dog.
Why would you say that on a national public broadcast for everyone to know?
If you want to say that shit, that's fine. Do it on your time, on your podcast, and people can freaking, they can take you on for it from there, and you can have a discussion about it. When you're there in WWE land, when you're there behind the table at NXT, you've got a fucking role to play. As Santino would have said, my employer gave me a role to play.
Yeah, because...
Fucking,
you need to watch what you say, because, we also have ears.
Fucking hell.
We have ears and a brain between them.
Thank you. Yes.
Most of us do.
We have that too.
No, say it.
We have ears and a brain between them. Said
Most people do.
Oh, Jesus. Hang on. Let me turn this down. I look like I'm wearing a French hat.
No, all it is a French hat, Jose. That's all it is. That's all a beanie is. It's a French hat, and then, French people friggin' go off and...
Sacre bleu.
Yes.
Anyways, all right, let's move on to the exciting segment of the night, because... let's talk about this, because the Elegance brand showed up on NXT to address...
Cool.
To address the number one contenders for the TNA Knockouts Tag Team titles, Sol Ruka and Zarya, a.k.a. Zaruka. And... they each member of the Elegance brand, except for Mr. Elegance, they got a chance to take their shots at Sol Ruka. Basically, they're trying to play mind games. How they were playing mind games and talking trash about how none of these girls are looking out for each other, and this person's only looking out for themselves, and they were pretty much hamming it up, as I would expect, and I was laughing at how ridiculous and silly they're being. And that's exactly what I expect out of the Elegance brand.
Okay, so we got the personal concierge. He was saying shit. Heather, they both said shit.
And so did
Ash by Elegance as well.
So did Ash by Elegance, who, just a reminder, she's now medically cleared to compete all of a sudden. Again, I'm curious to know exactly what it was that she had to step away for a while. I don't know if it was a mental health issue or something.
None of our business.
None of our business. You know what? You are right. It is none of our business.
Yeah, it's true. It is none of our business, except there's one thing.
And what's that?
She kind of made it our business.
Oh yeah, by addressing it publicly.
Well, she tells us her business. That's her business.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a difference between announcing it for this reason and then, then later talking about it. So
cool.
Hassan Terrell, welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're doing great. And
we enjoyed the pregame show for the Royal Rumble, which they had in Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, that's right. And but like I said, no, this segment I was entertained. I laughed. I enjoyed it.
Well, okay.
It sucks that Mr. Elegant didn't get to say anything.
I was going to say, if Mr. Elegance isn't going to be in the ring at NXT, and he wasn't going to say anything, he was just there to be part of the faction, couldn't he have worn a shirt?
Well, no, because he's got to show off his newly polished, elegant body, Juan. He's now rocking a six-pack, bro. Have you checked out his pecs? No, you haven't, because you are a boob.
You're a boob.
We're both boobs.
Yes, we are. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the match of the night. And this one is a one-on-one contest as Tavion Heights takes on Lexis King. Now, last week on a picture-to-picture portion during a match, Lexis King formed some sort of a weird alliance with the TNA International Champion, Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Ariana Grace. It's unclear as to where this alliance is going to go, but it looks like now they're in cahoots with each other. Now,
why?
I don't know. As like I said, it's unclear as to why or where this alliance is going to go.
Okay, so
we know that these two were together during the briefly during a blink and you miss it NXT invasion into TNA. But then they got their asses kicked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that lasted all for a minute.
And but now we got like fucking what's his face, Lexis King and Stacks keeping their little commingling going. So
pretty much. Now,
why? No, my guess is Lexis King is going to try to use this as a bargaining chip to get himself a TNA International Championship match against Stacks.
Very likely.
I mean, he is the son of Brian Pillman. He is a devious motherfucker.
That is true.
See, he's the kind of motherfucker who would pre-tape a promo, air it on the Titantron, and then jump his opponent behind at the end to psych him out. Unlike Blake!
Now, this match didn't really last very long. Tavion Heights and Lexis King. Tavion Heights was pretty much channeling his inner amateur wrestling style, tossing Lexis King all over the place, hitting him with a series of suplexes and takedowns, and he was doing pretty well. And until Stacks and Ariana Grace started showing up at ringside, that distracted Tavion Heights long enough for Lexis King to take advantage and hit the coronation to pin and win. Your winner, Lexis King.
Goddamn, King. What the hell?
Yeah, and then, they seem buddy-buddy for now, but how long will that last?
Dun, dun, dun. There isn't much more that I could add to that. Sorry. The Ariana Grace is cute, but that's all I could add to that. But that's neither here nor there.
All right, let's go ahead and get to the not so exciting segment of the night. And here we have a segment featuring the NXT General Manager Ava, Absolute Ricky Saints, and Tony D'Angelo. Look at him; he's got a new coat on. You know, he looks like Bane from the Dark Knight Rises, except he doesn't have an ugly mask because he don't need no ugly mask because he's the Don of NXT.
Boppity poopy, beepity poopity pop. Bob head, deep, boop, beat, motherfucking beating you over the fucking head with this meme if it kills me. Beepity boopity pop.
Juancho, you better hug that all the Italian memes right now like it's your girlfriend, one of your girlfriends. Because I have a feeling that's not going to last long. So first of all,
no, truthfully, no. The only thing I'm worried about is one of my girlfriends. She's stuck in Georgia, and this cold snap of doom. I haven't heard from her, and I'm a little worried. Ouch. Bunny, if you're watching or if you hear me, I miss you. What the hell? Are you okay?
Okay, so. It was originally a conversation between Ava and Ricky Saints. Ricky was protesting to Ava to make sure that there's no outside interference in the six-man ladder match next week. Tony D'Angelo shows up, and Ricky Saints was caught off guard, and he finished what he was going to say, and then he exited the office. Ava then turned her attention over to Tony D'Angelo, and she's pretty much trying to get answers out of Tony D. And then Tony D'Angelo spoke, and he with no accent at all, no Italian accent, he just spoke regular English. He said that next week he's going to give out the answers. He's not the same Tony Angelo that people remember.
Tony
The
D'Angelo.
dawn of NXT is dead, Juan.
No, he's right there.
No, as in the character itself, it's gone. This is a totally different Tony D'Angelo.
But he's right there.
Yeah, the guy is there, but the character is gone. This is something else. This is something
Then
else.
what is this? Checkmate. If he's so gone, why is he right there?
Next week, we're going to get answers from Tony D, and we're going to find out as to why he's auditioning for a Bane cosplay. Why is he randomly attacking NXT wrestlers left and right? Why did he grow out such a great big bushy beard?
I have no idea. I wish I did, though.
That being said, unfortunately, we do have to address a small negative on this segment because it was announced
Ava's
today.
not going to be there to... Ava's not going to be there to actually receive the good news or the explanation.
Yes. Unfortunately, today is it was announced on social media today that Ava is stepping away. She is done with WWE. She is choosing not to renew her contract. Her appearance on this week's edition of NXT was her last appearance on television. She is done, which is sad. It is very sad. She joined WWE back in 2021, the original Simone Johnson, and and there was a lot of hype, buzz about her on social media, which is not shocking.
Let's not kid ourselves. There was only one reason why there was hype.
The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
She's the daughter of The Rock, of Dwayne Johnson. And so then she made her in-ring debut. In 2023 as part of Schism. Yeah, you know that group with Joe Gacy and all those crazy woke creepos. You remember that, right?
I remember that was how he they first had Joe Gacy out.
Yep. Then she got into the ring one time, and oh boy,
to
say
was that a train wreck of a showing on her end.
To say that she needed a little more time practicing is an understatement. So they shifted her focus after the group of Schism dissolved. They shifted her focus into being the general manager of NXT. Judging from her body language, judging by the way she delivered her promos, I'm getting a feeling, and I could be wrong, that she probably didn't want to do this role, but she did it anyway.
She's the kind. That actually speaks to her character at the very least. She's the kind of person who will stick to her commitments even if she's not fond of it. But you could tell if that's the mindset, Jose, if you're right and that she didn't really have her heart in it, then that would explain why she was kind of half-assing everything. If that is what the line of thought that was going through her head. We're just speculating. We're
just
commenting
spitballing.
over here.
I want to be wrong about it.
And because, it's on the one hand, okay, you'll stick to a contract, you'll stick to a deal, you'll do what you're told to do, but at the same time, you're doing it half-assed, not putting your whole ass into it.
Not a good look for you.
But at the same time, with people like Brian Alvarez from Wrestling Observer newsletter, with him continuously, almost to a obsessive degree, crapping on Ava every chance he gets, though as if she actually had influence, as if she actually had any real authority. He was acting up as if she really was an actual general manager, as if she really was someone who was really there to try to run things. He was saying she's like a stereotypical millennial who doesn't do their job and is really bad at it and complains all the time. Kind of shit. Was she ever actually complaining?
Not on screen. And she didn't, and judging from her social medias, no, she wasn't complaining. I mean, for a while, during 2024, during the whole final boss shtick, she was receiving death threats.
Yeah. People were sending her death threats. Guess why? Yeah, obviously, you can't blame Brian Alvarez for that. But you can say, almost unequivocally, every single one of the goddamn sickos who sent those death threats is definitely a freaking a cult of the fucking of the Church of Meltzer.
Yeah.
So take that for what it's worth.
Wow, now I hate Brian Alvarez more than I despise Dave Meltzer.
Like, Dave Meltzer, you can freaking crap on him all you want, because he's fucking old and out of touch. Brian Alvarez is just a fucking contrarian. He'll fucking say the shit for the sake of saying it. He'll say something's fucking terrible just for the sake of it, even if it isn't really fucking terrible. And when you have fucking, like, where if you want to put the arguments on it, you can either have with NXT, where you have one authority figure who's not very authoritative, versus AEW with no authority figures at all.
I mean, they had one for like 1 minute.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Oh, well, yeah.
No, they didn't.
We're not counting Christopher Daniels?
No.
Okay.
No, they didn't. And then you have TNA, where he was complaining about fucking Sonya Deville coming in as a heel authority figure. He's like, this is the worst thing, this is the dumbest thing. I'm like, bitch, shut up. As if we haven't had heel authority figures before. Let's see here. Vince McMahon, Eric Bischoff, Vince Russo, Stephanie McMahon, Paul Heyman. Let's see here.
Vicky Guerrero!
Vicky Guerrero, thank you. Fucking,
hell,
Corporate Kane.
Hell, you had shitty-ass general managers
Johnny
that were
Tonsillitis.
the ECW brand.
Seriously. Fucking,
And you want to crap on Ava?
as if she was the worst thing of all time? Fuck
Hell
you.
no! There are worse general managers. Hell, the guest hosts of Raw in 2009 were worse than her.
They literally had an era in WWE where the most authoritative figure was an anonymous person who speaks through a fucking laptop.
You know, because WWE is so desperate to get that mainstream attention from entertainment.
The fucking point is, like, Alvarez, fucking put shit into perspective. She ain't the worst of all time. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Exactly. That being said, I do wish, I do hope that Simone Johnson lands back on her feet, and if she does return to wrestling, you know, big kudos to her. You know.
If not, then whatever her, wherever her life takes her, wherever her passions lie, I hope she finds success, happiness, and fulfillment in them, wherever it may be.
Exactly. All right. Now, before we get over to the main event, let's briefly talk about this honorable mention, and it is from the women's division, and it is a one-on-one contest with Zarya versus Thea Hale, the grown-ass woman.
Wait, who's the grown-ass woman?
Thea Hale.
No, she ain't. She's like one of the youngest fuckers in there. What's she, like, just turned 21?
I think so.
I don't fucking remember.
But the point is, all right, so
like,
the match happened
she's
because...
a baby.
Yeah, no. Oh, what's up? Just for justice. Yeet. So, here's how the match happened. I'll try to go as briefly as I can. So, it started off in a backstage segment where Zarya was in the locker room. She's waiting for Sol Ruka to show up. She's pissed off that she didn't show up. And she's also angry that the Elegance brand were shitting on them as a team. And then Thea Hale tried to console Zarya, but Zarya was having none of that crap and threw it right back at Thea Hale's face. These two has match. It was a freaking awesome match. Zarya was dominant throughout the entirety of the match. Thea Hale was able to get a little bit of offense until the end, where Zarya hit the spear, hit the F5 on Thea Hale, and got the victory. Actually, no, that's not what happened. Sorry. I got my arrows crossed. Zarya was dominating after reversing that that one senton that she does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, because Izzy Dame, the Women's North American Champion, was on commentary, and she got ambushed. I think I have a picture.
Do you?
Yeah, go
really?
ahead. Yeah, let me see if you can show the picture of the ambush. Yep, there it is. Because she got ambushed by Tatum Paxley. It's okay. No chainsaw this time.
Aww.
She got ambushed by Tatum Paxley, and that whole brawl distracted Zarya long enough for Thea Hale to pick up the victory.
Yay!
And then afterwards, the Fatal Influence showed up, sans JC Jane.
So we got Fallon Henley and
Laney Reed.
They
show up. They don't enter the ring. They had a stare down with Zarya, and then Thea Hale was going to square up and join forces with Thea Hale was going to square up and join forces with Zarya, but then Zarya just F5'd Thea Hale in the middle of the ring.
Just like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah. But also, this deserves an honorable mention because it gave us this viral moment on social media. God. Watch your thoughts.
Never gonna dance again. Guilty feet has
Got no rhythm.
though it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. Should've known better than to cheat a friend. A wasted chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you.
Brief moment of romance there, or literally caught off guard? Folks, you be the judge.
Giggity.
All right. Now let's get to the main event segment. Yes, folks, it is their final talking segment before they square off in the 6-man ladder match next week on NXT. So after Keanu Carver defeated, I'm sorry, wrong term. Let me use a more powerful term. Committed incredible manslaughter against Andre Chase and destroyed whatever hope was left of Chase U.
Oh my god, poor Chase U. Fuck.
The 5 participants in the ring got a chance to talk. From left to right, you have Sean Legacy. You also have, Shiloh Hill. In the middle, Keanu Carver. The guy in the black t-shirt, Dion Lennox. And the guy in the white jacket, the WWE Evolve champion, Jackson Drake. Now, before I continue, it's important to point out that Jackson Drake was scheduled to face off against Joe Hendry in the qualifier match, to be in the ladder match, but Joe Hendry was seen backstage as the show started, already assaulted, and we don't know what happened to him. We don't know who beat the shit out of him, so he was already hurt. So that match was thrown out, and Jackson Drake was inserted. Now, getting back to the promo. Everybody had a chance to talk. It was your typical promo train where one person says something, but then the other person has to interrupt, and it's a continuing trend over and over and over. And this part of the promo train got fucking annoying. But thankfully, we had absolute Ricky Saints to wake us up.
Hey.
Absolute.
Sorry, I'm not a fan of promo trains like that. Sorry, it's kind of dumb.
It is dumb. So Ricky Saints shows up, brings a ladder, climbs on the top, and then cuts his own promo declaring on how he's going to win the ladder match next week, because he literally is the face of NXT, and everybody and pretty much taking a shot at everybody else in the ring that didn't measure up to him. And then Keanu Carver got on the mic, and he pretty much kept it simple, saying, "Hey man, why wait till next week? Let's fight right now." And then they has fight.
But not just any fight.
It is a Pier 6 Brawl!
Brawl! Pier 6 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 Brawl! Woo!
Hells yeah.
That's better. God damn.
But of course, amidst all the chaos and everything, Ricky Saints was able to go into the ring with the ladder, sets the ladder up, climbs up the ladder, and tries to pull the NXT Championship down to make a statement. Finally, we live again, and I am awake right now. Hello,
Thank you, Joe I9P.
Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. If this is your first time on this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell for all our content. We stream 4 shows every week.
Except for this week, we're taking 2 shows off because they're usually done Saturday.
I was going to announce that near the end.
I know, but we gotta freaking say it now.
Don't worry.
Gasparilla.
Anyways, but out to stop Ricky Saints' showboating is, of course, the prestigious one.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe
Joe Hendry
in
shows
Joe
up. He's a little
Hendry.
bit hurt. He's not 100%, but he has enough strength to lay out Ricky Saints with the standing ovation.
Yay!
Hells yeah. And then he tries to do his little zoom in camera thing, but then Keanu Carver creeps up right behind Joe Hendry, lays him out with the finishing move, and stands tall near the end as the camera fades to black. And you know that Keanu Carver, he is 100% a corporation approved athletic power, because after all, Kaiba Corp products are not designed to break easily. No, seriously, look at his trunks. It has the Kaiba Corp logo on it.
No. What?
Zoom in!
No. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, go ahead, blow it
No,
up.
it doesn't.
The way it's shaped, it's a KC.
For Keanu Carver.
For Kaiba Corporation.
What the fuck? We're in different time zones. How it is, isn't it? How's it going there, Joe? I guess you're in the UK.
Vicente Guerrero, welcome. We've moved Wrestle Rewind to Friday nights
At 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
That's
So we appreciate
right.
you joining us here. We just realized Keanu Carver is a Kaiba Corporation product. God help us, we're fucking nerds.
Joe Hendry, you're a third-rate wrestler in a first-rate world. In a first-rate ring.
God almighty. That's fuck you. That's all I can say to that. Fuck you.
Oh, man. No, you're good, Vicente Guerrero. It's all right. But yeah, we had to change things up. We moved Wrestle Rewind to Friday nights now at 7:30 p.m. instead of 10 p.m.
Just blame TNA. They had to go ahead and shift their time slot.
Yeah.
So we had to adjust, so what do you know?
It's all right. No big deal. So, now let's get over to this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Light the fuse, hit the boom, dynamite!
All right, here we go. So, here on AEW Dynamite, we start things off with an incredible one-on-one contest. Nerds, thank you.
Nerds! Yeah, we are.
As the best bout machine, Kenny Omega,
Another nerd.
takes on one of the members of the Don Callis family, Rocky Romero.
Zay, let's be honest here. Half the fucking men's roster in AEW's in the Don Callis family.
Yeah, like, where's the end game with this? Where is this going? Why do you have so
He's
many
just
people?
collecting guys.
You're collecting guys, but for what? What do you want to do? Is this a hostile takeover of the entire company?
I just hope it doesn't involve anything depicted in the Human Centipede.
Ugh. Anyways, this match didn't last long. It was only 5 minutes. Rocky Romero got a little bit of offense. He showboated a bit. And then Kenny Omega made quick work of this son of a bitch by hitting him with the V-trigger from behind and laying him out with the one-winged angel to get the win.
Yay.
And then afterwards, we got a post-match interview conducted by Tony Schiavone, because who else is going to do it? You think Taz is going to walk up there?
You think Taz is gonna walk?
I'm just happy to see him back on commentary and he's healthy again. That being said, yeah, no, he gets on the mic. Kenny Omega addresses the Don Callis family, and he also addresses him pretty much his quest on regaining the AEW World Championship. And then he was later joined in the ring by Hangman Adam Page. And then after he and Hangman had a bit of an exchange between the two, Swerve Strickland entered the chat.
Okay, so it's a promo train.
It is a promo train, but it's a much better done promo train.
Are you sure?
Yes, because, there is a lot more hostility coming out of Swerve, and Kenny Omega called him out on it, because, while he and Hangman Adam Page have mutual respect for each other, because, the elite, Kenny Omega is not a fool. He sensed a lot of animosity hiding underneath the veneer of Swerve Strickland. And
really?
just as they were going to continue on, out comes the
Carney fuck himself.
The Human Centipede.
Gross.
As Juan calls him, Don Callis. He shows up, he gets on the mic, and he runs down all the guys in the ring, and he brags and boasts about everyone's chances of being the AEW World Champion. Like typical heel promo, everybody's booing the shit out of him. And then Kenny Omega just gets out of the ring and runs and chases Don Callis backstage.
Get back here! Freaking chase him like Wee Man and Preston Lacey from Jackass.
Pretty much.
Let me look at the chat before I continue. Joe was saying, F Joe Hendry because I'm jealous for reasons. Apparently, a really nice guy, though, so whatever. Tall, handsome, lovely Joe Hendry. Stupid, sexy Hendry!
I mean, if I want to be real, you're a better promo than he is. He, the lovely, handsome, probably cool guy. Wait, I am?
He is?
Thank Thank you.
The fuck?
The last pick with Zarya and Thea Hale was looking like Showtime and Cinemax from the 90s.
God damn, Vicente, going straight forward, ain't you?
Swerve is...
Joe saying, I really like Pascal and Shivani's strange suit and tie shoes choice. Swerve is too good to deny these days. I think he's surpassing Hangman.
You know, the fact that Shivani could still wear a suit and tie and everything and dress professionally speaks volumes compared to him just wearing whatever the fuck he wanted during the dying days of WCW. Yeah. Because, no, literally, he didn't care. Like, his spirit was crushed.
I mean, he's kind of right there as it is, so...
Yeah, that's true. All right, now let's go ahead and get to the exciting match of the night, and I was very disappointed that this match was not the main event. However, I swallowed my pride. It was still a serviceable match. I still enjoyed it. It was a one-on-one contest for the AEW Women's World Championship as the defending champion, the Cosmic Killer, as she's calling herself, Chris Statlander, defends the title against the Toxic Spider, Tekla.
All right, yeah, you and I actually got to watch a piece of that before we actually went into the show. It was actually last night. We watched it while we were in the middle of eating dinner.
Of course. Yeah, I know. And
not last night. It was Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, yeah. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, no, this was a match that has been built up since last week when Tekla called her out during a backstage promo segment with the rest of the Triangle of Madness. And here we go.
All right, so how did this turn out? Shit.
Oh, shit, indeed. The Toxic Spider Tekla, although Chris Statlander may have the power advantage, Tekla definitely has the lion's share when it comes to experience and intelligence.
Okay, she's literally just got her hands in Statlander's mouth and is trying to pry her mouth open the way you would with a dog who, like, you're trying to get something out of their mouth. Like, get out. What did you eat? What did you eat? Show me your mouth. Show me your mouth. Show me your mouth, boy. Come here. Get the vacuum. No, be a good boy. Come on, open up.
Open your mouth.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you, K-Storm.
Enzo,
open your mouth.
Oh my god. But yeah, no. Like Chris Statlander started off hot. She was hitting a lot. She was hitting a lot of power offenses. Then Tekla was able to cut her off. Then she kept the I guess the alien grounded for a good chunk of the match, and then as we continue through commercial break, and I just want to point out there was no outside interference. We continued for a commercial break. Chris Statlander was able to get a little bit of a window after she hit Tekla with a spinning sit-out Michinoku driver, but Tekla was only able to get Chris was only able to get a 2 count.
God damn. Gotta hand it to Tekla. She knows how to hang in there.
Exactly. And then as the match continues as the match roars on, Tekla is able to fight back, channeling her inner visionary and hits the stomp onto Chris Statlander in the ring.
Curb stomp, yeah.
Well, either channeling her inner visionary or her inner Death Rider, depending on your view.
Wait, which Death Rider uses the curb stomp? Not Moxley.
Yes.
Well, really?
Mr. Quake! Yay!
Hey, Mr. Quake, how's it going?
Welcome! Moxley uses the stomp!
When?
He's been using it. He used it in certain matches in AEW, and he used it in matches in New Japan.
When, though?
He started adopting it after he left WWE.
But I don't even freaking remember any time he fucking said it or any time he fucking used it.
Well,
I'm sorry, like, you never bring it up.
It's okay. It's okay.
Either that or my memory's starting to fade the way I fucking do. Let me see. In the chat, Mr. Quake is saying, Ava loves attention. Don't think that's going to be much of an issue anymore. She's gone from WWE. Beautiful spinning Falcon Arrow key crusher thing. Like, damn. And yeah, no, you're not wrong, Joe. That was an excellent move.
That was an excellent move.
Vicente, who knew toxic spiders could fish hook?
Ha!
Thanks for being here. I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good. There was a moment where Tekla locked in the Black Widow submission hold, but what's-her-face? Chris Statlander was able to power out of that. And then Tekla tried to hit the spear. Chris Statlander caught her off guard. And yet, go ahead and show it, because I love the way she does it.
She's got the exorcist back bending back thing.
That's her thing. Like, she always does that before she hits her opponents with a spear, which she connected the second time, but
Goddamn.
Statlander was able to kick out after 2. And then after some more back and forth action, what's her face? Having failed the first time, Chris Statlander hits a very ugly Wednesday Night Fever, which is her own version of the Tombstone Piledriver,
Yeah.
to pin and retain. Your winner and still the AEW Women's World Champion, Chris Statlander.
All right. It sounds like this is an excellent fucking match.
And then
More of this, please.
And then she celebrated in the ring with the Babes of Wrath, and all baby faces were happy and stuff. But then, like, I don't have a picture of this. I should have grabbed the picture, but then, Megan Bain and Penelope Ford showed up.
God, what a woman!
Yeah, they showed up not on the Titantron, but at the entrance stage, and they're pretty much setting them. And Megan Bain is setting herself up as the next challenger. So,
Dun, dun, dun.
okay, I guess we're moving on from the Triangle of Madness. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Let's continue this carousel of the WWE Women's Division, which is chronically booked ill thanks to Tony Khan.
Like, more excellent matches from the ladies, please. Show the women some fucking love. I understand you still believe in cooties, Tony Khan, but what the fuck, man? But, like, putting it simply, Tony Khan, book the women's division better. It's that simple. Let me look at the chat. Joe was saying, Mox always uses the stomp, he always uses it. Like, my brain is like, maybe I just don't register that in my head, because, like, you don't really see Jon Moxley for a lot of his, technical in-ring prowess when he goes 99% of the time, anytime he's in the ring, he's got to fucking gush buckets out of his forehead. So I hope you'll pardon me for not remembering, because the shit that sticks is when he sticks shit in his head. Let me take a look in the chat. Mr. Quake was also saying, Tekla versus Victoria versus AJ Lee. Oh, like a Spider's Den match. I don't fucking know.
Oh boy, a trifecta of every nightmare for anyone who's arachnophobic.
Mr. Geek Me Out's in the chat. How's it going, Mr. Geek Me Out? Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. What do you think, Chris? Would you think Chris Jericho will make an appearance at the Royal Rumble? And if so, what number?
Well, here's the thing. He hasn't been removed from the AEW website on the active roster as of yet. There has been no public announcement that Chris Jericho is done with All Elite Wrestling,
or that he's coming back to wrestle anytime soon in AEW, for that matter.
Yeah.
So we don't fucking even know that.
Yeah, the last time we saw Chris Jericho at any capacity was Revolution last year after he lost the Ring of Honor World Title to Bandito.
So Revolution 2025.
Yes.
Okay. Vicente, every time I see the curb stomp, I always think this guy just rewatched American History X.
Oh, no.
Every wrestler doing that curb stomp owes Edward Norton money. Thank you, Vicente.
Shit.
And Joe also said, yeah, I didn't mean it that way, Quake, although Statlander and Tekla's character work is hot, all right. You got me? Yeah, no, they're pretty, their work in the ring was fucking awesome.
I hope Jada Parker will be North American champion one day. I hope Jada Parker will be the NXT Women's Champion one day.
As well as Blake Monroe, chat was fire.
Yeah. All right. Now let's get over to the exciting segment of the evening. Let's talk about it. And this is an in-ring promo segment with, the AEW World Champion himself, MJF.
We still haven't figured out what all the other nicknames he's got.
I forgot.
What fucking are they?
I don't know, man. He certainly isn't the Long Island Iced Tea or whatever the fuck.
Not Long Island Iced Z.
He certainly isn't the Long Island Iced Tea. Well, I can't say Iced Tea because that's gimmick infringement.
Like Carly Bright, Lost Sister, Lost Done Wiggle. Yeah, no, I get you there, Mr. Quake. I miss me some Nikita Lyons.
So MJF got into the ring, and then he cuts a promo, and while he's in the middle of his heel promo, like a bunch of fans were like barking at him because Brody, they're loyal to Brody King.
So what? They're fucking
messing with MJF, and MJF wasn't having any of that shit. And then he addresses Brody King on how Brody King had the gall to interrupt him last week, and thinking that he could just insert himself into challenging him for the AEW World Title, and that he hasn't earned it.
I wouldn't. Okay, off the top of my head, if they're fucking barking at him, if they're literally just barking at him like that, if it was me, I would have cut something along the lines of, you would be barking because every single one of you guys here in Austin are nothing but gutter trash sons of bitches.
Actually, let me see. Let me see that the thumbnail of MJF. Close off that window, please.
Okay,
never mind. I can't
because
see
wordplay.
Yeah.
Fucking...
Oh no, they're in Austin, Texas. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Let me see here. Joe says, "Bit of love for Brody King with the Hate Breed shirt on a couple weeks ago under his jacket. I had to check though; they weren't Nazis because it was only a memory. Yeah. No. What's his face? Brody King hates Nazis.
Speaking of
as a proper American should.
Speaking of which, out comes Brody King to interrupt MJF's segment again. He storms into the ring. MJF backs up a little bit until MJF starts getting on the mic and starts cutting down Brody King. First putting him down for trying to challenge him next for an AEW World Title match because he says it's not going to happen because he hasn't earned it. Once again, pretty much undermining Brody King as a serious top contender. And all the while, he tries to manipulate Brody King into joining him, into being the new bodyguard. And he said the first thing we need to do is change your overall look, because for someone who hates a certain regime, the way you're dressed and the way your hair looks, you're looking like a full-blown Nazi to me.
Wow, really?
He called Brody King a Nazi.
Are you fucking serious?
He went there.
Are you fucking serious? Fucking what?
At least he's not,
because he was wearing he was cosplaying as if he was a member of the Death Riders over here. Was he wearing a White Pool Combat Clan shirt and jacket and everything?
If you're being a plain white shirt, then yes, he was just wearing that. But no, it's just
wow.
It's oh my god, so much irony in that. A Jewish wrestler calling a dude who hates Nazis a Nazi based on the way he looks.
See, because he's got tattoos all over him. And
yeah.
Just so happened at that
but
time.
But it's okay, buddy. We'll try to cover all that up.
He was fucking trying to say like
yeah.
Oh no, we'll get that covered up. I'll get some of that gross ass stupid tattoos off of you. You know, like
no, not the gross ass tattoo. Just cover it all up, and then you're gonna be great because inside that challenging me for the title is never gonna happen. And so Brody King cut him off, cut a babyface promo, and said that he spoke with Tony Khan, which, by the way, motherfucker, can people stop saying that?
It's great. Anyone can speak to Tony Khan.
Yeah.
I can speak to Tony Khan.
Yeah, why are we putting Tony Khan over when he does fucking nothing except make matches backstage?
No, he doesn't even make matches well.
Yeah.
Brody King also fears for his life backstage,
Brody King told MJF that next week these two are going to go one-on-one in an AEW World Title Eliminator match, where if Brody King wins, he gets a shot at MJF's AEW World Championship.
I hate the term Eliminator match.
Same.
I hate that. I hate that so badly. Just say it's a non-title match and just say, like, if you can beat me without this on the line, then you'll get your title shot. Until then, you ain't nothing to me, la. Like, you fucking, though, it's got to be an eliminator, but, like, that makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
What's being eliminated? Who is the eliminator? Is MJF being the eliminator to eliminate Brody King? I don't fucking get it.
I didn't get it either. It's so stupid.
I said it before. Get hired, OMFG. Thing is, they can
do
a lot with it.
The Nazi itself goes so overdone. Not MJF's fault, but still overused.
Yeah, true. That's why I was like, really?
At least MJF is not cutting any promos about anyone's dead relatives or mentioning WWE again. And again. So it's a nice change. It's a little bit of a nice change of pace for once.
For once.
Yeah. But let's wait for him to default back into his usual shtick next week.
I really rather we didn't. I mean, come the fuck on. We've got to do better than that. I mean, I know he can, but like I said before, he's gonna have to fucking like step up his game to really wow people, as far as I'm concerned. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the match of the night.
Okay.
Yep. And go ahead and pull that up, please.
Oh, good lord.
Well, after you shrink it, of course.
Yeah, after I re-shrink the graphic. It's too big. What the fuck?
All right. And it is a one-on-one match for the... And it is... Hey, speaking of eliminators...
God damn it!
It's a one-on-one match for the an AEW Continental Championship Eliminator match as the champion Jon Moxley goes one-on-one against the newly signed Ace Austin.
Wait, he's signed to AEW?
That's right.
Give me a second. Wasn't he already signed to AEW for a while?
Nope. He was, but we never talked about it because we haven't talked about Ace Austin, period. But yes, Ace Austin has parted ways with TNA Wrestling, and he's moved on to AEW, which is a real shocker because, damn, bro, you're leaving Chris Bay high and dry.
Dang it.
But that being said, thank you, Jeannie Rick, for the $1.99 super sticker.
Hey, Jeannie Rick, thank you so much. And yes, we're also tired as hell. I was sorely tempted to break my cardinal rule and try to choke down some dry glitch energy, and of course my better half K-Storm was like talking in her sleep, and she's like, "Fuck off, don't do it." Mm-hmm. And I had to listen because the sleeping K-Storm is meaner than the waking K-Storm.
Yeah. Ace Austin already had 2 matches on AEW. As now he's part of the roster, so the only thing I can say is, hey man, get it how you live, make that money.
Yeah, no, go right ahead.
That being said, it was painfully obvious there was no chance that Ace Austin was going to win. Jon Moxley...
This was just a match to have the match to sake of having matches.
Exactly. Jon Moxley was pretty much destroying the hell out of Ace Austin in the ring. Ace got a little bit of offense in near the end of the match with his comeback, but that was easy. But that was immediately snuffed out by Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley was able to dodge his finishing move, the fold, grabs Ace Austin, hits him with the Death Rider to pin and win. Thank you for coming out, Ace Austin.
Okay, be sure to check behind Excalibur's face sock for your check on your way out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then after the match was over...
Chris Bay says hi.
And then after the match was over, Jon Moxley was confronted by Konosuke Takeshita, the alpha of the Don Callis family, and he has a stare down with Jon Moxley, and it looks like Takeshita is setting himself up as the next challenger for the Continental title because... During the C2, yes, that's what I'm calling it for the Continental Classic.
Well, everyone calls it that, Jose.
All right,
Tony Khan calls it that. Automatically, that makes it uncool, man.
Well, at least it's less syllables. So during the C2 a couple of months ago, Takeshita pinned Jon Moxley in one of the matches to advance in the tournament. So he's got a pretty good claim to the title.
Dun dun dun. God damn it! It's fucking nuts. So, like I said, half the roster is already part of the Don Callis family. So there's that. And we just had one match for one rando. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to diminish Ace Austin, but in the context of this, he's a rando in this instance. I'm very sorry.
Well,
one
yeah,
rando gets his ass whipped, only for Konosuke Takeshita to be the actual challenger. Mm-hmm. And that's the one we really need to worry about. Because he's the one that Jon Moxley actually has a beef with.
By the way, Juancho, are you sick of the Don Callis family members yet?
I've been sick of them since Don Callis showed his fucking gross-ass forehead.
Well, you're about to get plenty more of it, because after that stare down between Takeshita and Moxley, out comes Doyle and Davis and Doyle, the tag team of the Don Callis family, to destroy Jon Moxley in the middle of the ring.
Bum bum bum. Are you fucking serious?
I'll give credit to Doyle. At least they have him doing something.
Ha. I saw what you did there.
Well, thank you very much.
Laughter. Okay, that pun hurt, but probably not as bad as it hurts Moxley over here being beaten up by 2 big guys.
All right. Let's go ahead and take a break from that, because now we're going to talk about a bad segment. Surprisingly, has nothing to do with the Don Callis family.
Before we do, I'm gonna look in the chat over here. Let's see here. Lots of young guys looking good, like modern day bodybuilders. I'll miss Ace Austin in TNA. Kind of cool. He's in AEW now, but it's about money more than being booked great. Here comes Takeshita with a no word promo again. Let's see.
Wait,
here.
is C2 uncool? I never used Twitter, so I wouldn't know. 2011 renounced.
Let's see. Takeshita even. Okada even.
Mate, I really wish Takeshita and Prada would actually do something. Okada, I think they meant, yeah.
No, yeah, I meant to say Okada, yeah. It's not that it's uncool, it's just, like, it feels played out, and it feels like fucking Tony Khan bashing his fucking action figures in our face at us on TV.
Also,
and that just comes off like, dude, these are people. What the fuck, man?
yeah.
Thanks, predictive text. Haha, thank you.
No, you're good, man. But now let's get to the really bad segment with the AEW National Champion. God, so many titles. The one and only Ricochet.
Okay, what the fuck? Let me,
We saw a video package where it showed Jungle Jack, who cut a promo against Ricochet, and he wants a shot at the AEW National title, and he's threatened to take everything away from him. So now we hear from Twitter Ricky.
hey, Twitter Ricky.
Kudos to Pro Wrestling Bits for coming up with that nickname.
Thank you for that.
So Ricochet, in his talentless self,
It is,
talentless
charisma.
on the mic in
Yeah.
charisma, he talks to the camera, he talks to the audience, and he says, like, hey, wow, that's funny that he wants to talk to us because, you know, he's right here. And we cut over to the Gates of Agony destroying Jack Perry in the background. And while they were attacking him, and while Jack Perry was trying to fight back, Ricochet does this stupid little body movement where he charges in, and then he backs off, and then he charges in, and then he backs off like, oh, 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 oh.
what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
And then Ricochet taunts Jack
Double
anytime
Jack.
he's knocked down. He says like, hey, how do you feel now? Do you still want to challenge me? Huh? Do you regret challenging me now? Huh? And he's trying to sound tough, but he really doesn't come off tough. And then the Gates of Agony double choke slam Jack Perry through the catering table. Ow, look at all the food.
All that wasted food. That is the real sin here. Okay? I cannot, like, if there's one thing I can forgive shitty promos. I can forgive overinflated egos. I can even forgive overdoing flippy dippy shit in lieu of proper storytelling in the ring. But I draw the line at wasting food. It is one of the biggest sins a person can conduct as far as I'm concerned. All right? My ass, along with your ass, along with our sister's ass, grew up with very little food in the fridge, and our mom in New York trying to bust her ass and make sure that we're all taken care of.
Yeah.
So, motherfuck you. You fucking be fucking respectful. Because you've got catering over there when there's some motherfuckers in Africa who can't have food.
Yeah.
You know, their digestive tracts are, like, completely atrophied, so they have to have nutrition bars.
Yeah, and then you got children over, and then you got families over in Asia who are putting clothing together so that their family can have a bowl of rice to eat tonight.
Please, Zay, do yourself a favor. Do not try to rip off Lewis Black if you're not in the right frame of mind. You have to start with the Lewis Black anger already in order to have that shit brought in. Otherwise, your ass is going to sound like a underachieving jackass.
Don't tell me that. Tell Ricochet that.
Man, motherfucking Ricochet ain't listening to nobody. Dang, I'm very spoiled. Thanks, Juan. You're welcome, Mr. Quake?
Wait, can you forgive Ricochet for being what? Wait,
For being
no.
Is he?
No.
What? No. What the
No.
fuck? If he was, no, I will have to. I will have to throw the whole man out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm running for Congress legitimately, and I'm running as a registered Democrat, and I've had beef with MAGA since 2015. So, sorry, like legitimately, no.
Yeah, exactly. Now, that being said, before we get to the main event talk about the main event, let's talk briefly about the honorable mention And this week's honorable mention goes to the one-on-one contest for the AEW TNT Championship as the defending champion Mark Briscoe puts his title on the line against El Clon, a luchador member of the Don Callis family. And El Clon has a really cool presentation. Like, his entrance music, the entrance videos, all the Matrix red codes and shit, and just his gear and everything.
So Tony Khan throwing his money behind Hologram's clone.
Pretty much, because after all, hologram is a gimmick that Tony Khan came up with. You know, kind of like how WWE came up with Sin Cara.
It's a maybe, he said, it's a Google. I mean, he's not TJP. Good point. Oh my god.
Wait, TJP's not MAGA.
No, wait, hold on a minute.
I know he's anti-vax.
I know TJP doesn't fucking do vaccines, and that's kind of stupid on his part, but...
That's just dumb.
Wait, what? Hold on. Whoa. I'm gonna have to check that shit. How dare you?
Fine, you do that while I talk about this.
Yeah,
this was a really good showing of El Clon. El Clon has been wrestling on AEW Collision. He got his chance to show off on Dynamite. Really great high-flying moves, incredible wrestling ability from El Clon. Overall, a really good match to have on the card. Mark Briscoe was able to walk away with the win after hitting the Froggy Bow and the J Driller on El Clon to retain the title. But the real excitement came after the match because the lights cut out, and we heard familiar music playing, and it was the same band who apparently did the Big Show's theme, and they played the entrance music, and then when the lights showed up and the Titantron appeared, we get the debut of the former NXT champion, the Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa.
Hot shit.
Holy shit.
All right, get that bag, Ciampa.
Hells yeah. All right.
Milk that idiot for all his money.
Tommaso Ciampa has been with the WWE since 2016, making his debut in the Cruiserweight Classic along with Johnny Gargano. Since then, during the Black and Gold era, these two boys helped put WWE NXT on the map, becoming one of the greatest NXT Tag Team Champions of all time. He also is a former two-time NXT main roster champion, and unfortunately, didn't have much success after being called up to the main roster around 2021, but then he was able to bounce back after Triple H took over the WWE, and he and Johnny Gargano captured the WWE Tag Team titles on SmackDown, which is awesome. But then afterwards, after pretty much not doing much on the main roster to show for, Tommaso Ciampa has chosen not to renew his contract with WWE. He made his departure from the company. He wrestled his last match on SmackDown. He took some time off, and he is now signed to All Elite Wrestling. He is All Elite. And he actually revealed his reason for why he chose AEW. He said that if he was back in the 90s, he would have signed with ECW. If he was in the 2000s, he could see himself in Ring of Honor, which he did. And the 2010s, the hottest promotion, the hottest brand right now during that time was NXT. And this time, it's AEW for him.
One of these things is not like the other. But okay, good on him. Get that back, Ciampa.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm actually happy for Ciampa. I mean, he's got to make that money. He's got a family.
Right on him. I double-checked. Neither TJP nor Ricochet have any direct connection to MAGA.
Oh, thank goodness.
I was about to fucking say. Hang on a minute. I always hate to... That was just a thought. I took my family for granted. That's all. Juan. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I get along with MAGA. No offense, Juan. That's fine. If you can get along with people, if they're being human beings, that's fine. The minute they want to try to bring any political affiliation shit on there and
try to shove it down your throat
and try to shove it down and show off MAGA-ness on their asses, I'm done with them.
Yeah.
And
Tommaso Ciampa.
Sorry, that's why I had some issues with family members. So that's
no, you're okay. Tommaso Ciampa will be challenging Mark Briscoe for the TNT title next week.
God damn, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah. No. Yeah. He's the heart and soul of NXT, Tommaso Ciampa.
Ciampa versus Patan Chama? I don't know who that's supposed to be.
I have no idea. And people were making jokes saying that, oh, Triple H just signed to AEW because of how these two look alike. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny.
No, but then again, that's an R-Truth joke.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's a fucking R-Truth joke over here. Well, he was trying to say, "Oh, you a tricky genie, huh? I see right through you, Tommaso Ciampa." I remember that, and Triple H was trying like hell not to crack.
Now that being
Buddy
said,
corpse,
I
like
am a
crazy.
little, like I said, I'm a little taken back that the women's world title match wasn't the main event, but I'm okay. Let's talk about the actual main event. It's a one-on-one contest with Swerve Strickland going up against Andrade El Idolo, the newest member of the Don Callis family.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. The guy who went back and forth between WWE and AEW in a very funny and ridiculous fashion. He tried to make his debut. He tried to make an impact on AEW last year, but then WWE's legal team pretty much slapped him down because Andrade was
still in the middle of a non-compete clause in the middle of his termination. They've just fucking put him on TV. He fucking pimp smacks Kenny Omega, like refuses to elaborate, and then leaves. Fucking now he shows up a couple months later, and he's about to try to pimp slap Swerve Strickland.
Yep.
I'm sorry, no, it is kind of silly. Like, if he was stuck longer, and if he was still able to go and do indie shots and whatever, Andrade El Idolo could fucking, he could have fucking rode that horse of, I smacked the shit out of one of the founders of AEW, and I'm still signed to WWE, and no one can stop me, haha, fuck you. But then again, that would be intelligent.
Yeah. Sorry, Juancho, that's giving a little too much credit.
I know.
Put him at the top. I don't know, man. Andrade, after everything that Andrade's been doing,
but we gotta build him up if he's gonna try to be at the top of anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah. So let's talk about this match. Okay, so
it didn't compare to Statlander and Tekla, but
actually, it delivered a lot better than I thought. So yeah, let's talk about it. So Andrade versus Swerve. These two guys are incredibly fast, agile wrestlers, and they're very technical based. Of course, Andrade starts things off by grounding Swerve Strickland in the middle of the ring. Of course, the hype man, Prince Nana, tries to get the fans behind Swerve as Andrade continues to apply the pressure. Alex Piera, the MMA fighter.
That's what you meant. Okay. Ciampa versus Piera. Piera. Oh, okay. Joe says the NXT run. Joe saying they're having the Kenny match next week with no build. I'm here for it regardless. All right, well, if he's got business with, if like that would actually make more logical sense on there. But Kenny had to deal with who's it's at the beginning of the show.
Don Callis.
Yeah, no. He was in the ring.
Oh yeah, he dealt with Rocky Romero.
Like you'd think like.
Can you really call it a match? It's more of an annoyance that he simply did away with by just bonking him in the head, literally with a knee.
I know the V trigger, haha. Imagine if you were to flip the matches, though. If you were to take Swerve and Rocky Romero at the beginning of the show, Swerve still has his promo. You still have Kenny Omega and Hangman and Don Fallis. You could still have everything else play out the way it did, and the main event could have been Kenny Omega and Andrade El Idolo. I'm not saying that Swerve Strickland isn't a main eventer. He is. I'm saying that, like, that would have been, just in my opinion, would have been a nice logical way to bring it back. Like, if this is going to be Andrade El Idolo's official in-ring debut in AEW, let it be against the motherfucker that he jumped in the one time that he showed up with no explanation. So, but that's just me. Spitballing this, looking at this with hindsight, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a fan.
It's all right.
All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Go on.
And of course, both these guys are showing off their amazing wrestling chops. Andrade and Swerve Strickland going back and forth. The fans, of course, over in Austin, Texas, are eating it up really well.
Huh?
No, not Rocky, as in Rocky Romero, not the Rocky you're thinking. Okay.
Yeah, no, not Rocky Maivia, not Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
And certainly not Rocky Balboa.
And certainly not Rocky Balboa. Just have him do Archer. Lance Archer? Maybe.
Anyways, more photos.
Okay. Don't rush me.
All right. So, As we continue the match, of course, let's not forget that Andrade and Swerve are high flyers. As Andrade catches Swerve Strickland at ringside with an incredible tope over the top rope. These two guys continue to fight over at ringside as per the norm when it comes to AEW matches. Because, you know, you can't have a fight that's strictly inside the ring. Yeah, no. And then as we get closer to the end of the match, there was a moment here. Yeah, go ahead and click that. There was a moment here where Swerve hit that house call onto Andrade and actually left an actual scar / like print on Andrade's neck, which he later showed off on his socials.
Wait, he left a fucking boot
Mark.
print?
Yeah, he left a mark on him.
Was it like did it look like road rash or something?
It looked like road rash, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's gangster. Okay, I could dig that.
Yep, he hits the house call on Andrade, then hits his finishing move to pin and win. Your winner, Swerve Strickland.
And he just killed Andrade. Go figure.
No. It's not killing Andrade if you two could have a really fucking awesome main event match.
Well, you can have it, but it fucking kills whatever momentum or whatever fucking plans you might have had for Andrade. Congratulations, you make Andrade look weak.
Well, at this point, Andrade's not doing anything except being part of Don Cal's family.
God damn it!
And Swerve is on his quest on staying in the AEW World Title picture. So who do you think is going to win? Booking-wise, it makes sense. But
this is why you fucking should... That's why the match should have been Kenny and Andrade. With Swerve fucking trying to clear out the fucking Don Callis guys with Rocky Romero first. Like I said, like you can have Swerve go over still. Have him go over with Romero. That way, you know, like we know Romero's a fucking jobberoni compared to either of those two. So it doesn't matter who he loses to as long as it looks good. But with Omega fucking going up against Andrade, Omega, we know he has physical issues. And we know Andrade has a score to settle with Omega. Like, hey, I jumped you before, I'm gonna beat your ass now. And Omega's like, no, I'm gonna take you. And you could have moments, you could have a lot of hope spots with fucking like Andrade coming in looking like he's gonna fucking take the win, and Omega kicking out at 9 9/10 of a fucking pin or whatever, but rather 2 9/10 of a pin of a 3 count. And at the very last minute, Kenny Omega rallies up and he manages to take on Andrade, and V triggers him and beats him there. Like, that would have been fucking cool. Now, if that's what they're going to do next week, okay, all the more power to him. But this brings Andrade coming in with a handicap, with him coming in with less momentum behind him.
Actually, Mr. Quake said it best. It's likely karma on Andrade.
For the love of God.
Man, I feel like if things continue to go on a downward trend for Andrade, I feel like his entire story, his entire career needs to be studied.
Sadly, I think it will be for more reasons than one, but that's not what's important.
All right. Now, let's go over to this week's edition of TNA Impact.
Yay!
Yay! All right, here we go. So, after the shit that happened last week on TNA Impact, we opened things up with an in-ring promo segment of the newly rebranded system. Now that they kicked out Moose and JDC, and I guess Alicia Edwards is out as well. Yeah, no.
Alicia left her husband in ring.
So now the rank stands as Bear Bronson, Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, and Cedric Alexander.
All right, I could dig it. Also, Cedric's mouth guard still freaks me out. That's not what's important. Beautiful call sell from Andrade, though. I actually want Andrade to win. This is all Joe in the chat, by the way. He's looking like a star. Kenny can still get to main event next week with anything, but Andrade would be sick for me. Yeah, no, it would be sick. It would have been bad. It would be badass. It would have been just as badass if we had that tonight, or if we had that Wednesday night. What the fuck?
Sorry, Wanja, you're asking too much. Anyways, so the system get on the mic and they cut their heel promo, explaining their actions, why they did what they did. A typical heel promo, explaining away why they turned on their friends and why and they felt that Moose was weak. and that he let the system down. And then Eddie Edwards was interrupted by his beautiful wife, Alicia Edwards. And what turned into a heel promo segment turned into a marriage drama.
How bad was the marriage drama, though?
Pretty much, she rucked down to the ring. She's disappointed at her husband. She reminded him that they were supposed to be ride or die. Yeah, no, go ahead, it's all right. That they're supposed to be ride or die, but Eddie Edwards wasn't having any of this shit. So Alicia Edwards walks out on Eddie and his cronies. No, not in a divorce way, but more like a, I'm very, very disappointed in you kind of way.
Like, I'm not speaking to you right now. Oh, goddamn.
Yeah.
Is that why fucking Bear Bronson and Cedric Alexander are in the back over here? They're like trying to cover their face and
yeah,
look
because
like,
no, we don't want that marriage. We don't want that smoke.
We don't want none of that smoke. Oh, we're not dealing with that. That's a y'all's two problem. No way, no. Thanks.
Oh yeah, Andrade did pin Swerve clean. I'm sorry, I forgot. It was Wednesday night. It was 2 nights ago, and we were also preparing for the Black Files.
You need to pay attention to your shows, Zay.
I know. That's my bad.
This is your own fault. Hang your head in shame.
Shame. But anyways.
Okay, so the system, they're kind of staying away. Eddie Edwards. So is Eddie Edwards like the new leader of the system now?
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
Pretty much. He's pretty much the new leader.
So he's taken over and overthrew Moose.
Yep.
Ah, damn.
Don't you love the drama?
And I love a lot of things, not the drama.
All right. Well, now let's get over to the exciting match of the night. This match was actually set last week after these two boys had a bit of a disagreement backstage, and now these two guys get a chance to square off. As Nick Nemeth, the holder of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet trophy, goes up against YouTube personality BDE.
Okay,
So the crux of this small little rivalry is that Nick Nemeth is very disappointed at BDE. He believes that because he's an outsider, that because he's just a YouTuber trying to pretend to be a wrestler, he hasn't earned his stripes in the wrestling business. And BDE is trying to bark back at him, saying like, "Yes, I have earned it. I've worked out hard enough." His argument is that wrestling is for everyone, whereas Nick Nemeth's argument is that not everyone is cut out for the vigors of the graps.
Bum. Okay, so, all right, BDE, he's a streamer, he's a YouTuber, and he really is the kind of guy who's actually legitimately wanting to put in the grind for professional wrestling, unlike other celebrity streamer wrestlers. Logan Paul, fuck you.
Yeah. So
just say CoffeeZilla at him and he fucking melts.
Ha. So Nick Nemeth first toys with BDE with a series of like arm wrenches, and then BDE tries to do one back, but Nick Nemeth was no selling, like, nah, come on guys, come on. And then BDE starts overwhelming Nick Nemeth with a lot of quick moves, and then catches Nick Nemeth outside with a freaking suicide dive, continuing the momentum.
You can actually see the fucking look of surprise on Nemeth's face over here. This is awesome. That's a good shot. Thank you, Nemeth, for that. Dear Lord.
I know, right? That was awesome. No, BDE did.
Poggers.
And then, as Nick Nemeth rolled back into the ring, BDE tried to do a springboard move, but Nick Nemeth pretty much dodged out of the way, and BDE landed back first. And Nick Nemeth took control for the rest of the match, hitting a series of stomps, elbow drops, pretty much slowing the match down to his level and keeping BDE grounded for the remainder of the match.
How?
Yeah, I know.
I'm so sorry, BDE. You got shafted here.
Yeah,
but
and anytime BDE tries
for stepping up.
Yeah, and anytime BDE tries to mount an offense, he always gets the rug pulled under him from Nick Nemeth. And then finally, when he hits his comeback and finally gets Nick Nemeth against the ropes, he tries to go for his springboard move again. Nick Nemeth then catches him midair and hits a midair danger zone to pin and win. Your winner, Nick Nemeth.
God damn. Okay. Good on Nemeth. Props to BDE. This is what a motherfucker like Logan Paul ought to have been fucking doing. But no, he just jumps straight up because he's so fucking popular.
But the problem is, he's still so good in the fucking ring.
Yeah, no. Fuck you, Logan Paul. I have not heard a single whisper of controversy about BDE in comparison. Next to him, next to Logan Paul, he's a fucking saint. He's a fucking Boy Scout, which is fine. You know, and that's awesome. Like, BDE's whole thing was wrestling video games like 10 years ago, I remember.
Yeah.
Like, he was like a legit wrestling fan. He's just a fan. He's just a fucking regular dude, and he wanted to actually show in and show up.
Now, I will agree with this argument that not everybody is not everybody who has an athletic background or any entertainer could just jump in there and throw themselves into the wrestling ring.
It takes a special kind of fucker.
Looking at you, WWE, with booking Jelly Roll.
No, Jelly Roll's surprisingly agile for a big guy, though.
Yeah, but there were plenty of other guys in WWE that could have benefited from being in that match at SummerSlam.
Yeah, but, you know, money.
Ugh, and mainstream attention. I know. Also, I'm looking at you, Travis Scott. Fuck you.
Like, no particular reason, just fuck you, Travis Scott.
No, he's an asshole. I hate him. Anyways, now let's get over to the exciting segment of the night, and this happened right after a match. So after Stax fended off and weathered the storm that is the hometown man on TNA Impact, and by cheating, he goes back, Ariana speaks to him backstage, and she, like, her back was turned when he cheated because she wanted him to fight honorably. So here's the story. Last week's edition of Impact, Ariana apologized to Santino Marella,
her father,
and these two had a hugging moment between father and daughter. They were able to reconcile, and she says that she was going to make things right by her daddy, and that Stax is going to play fair, and he's not going to cheat anymore. So during the match, with her back turned, Stax rolled up the hometown man, cheated, and got the win, and then these two argued about it, like, she thought that Stax was actually playing fair, and then Stax told her, no, I did it my way. And she's like, you cheated? How could you? And then Santino Marella's just standing in the background like,
excuse me? Did I hear you say that you cheated on my little girl?
He didn't say anything. He just stood there, and Ariana Grace was just bitching out, like, letting Stax have it, and she stormed out of there like, holy shit. I have never seen Ariana this mad.
Okay, so she was staging it up damn well. Okay, good.
Oh, yeah.
And, but Santino wasn't present during the whole thing of the match, though.
No.
He was only there when they started saying that, oh, you cheated. But she didn't say specifically, like, in the match or anything like that.
Exactly.
So Santino's got this whole fucking thing of, like, he cheated on my little girl. How dare he? You son of a gun.
Well,
BDE is more Cyclops, seems more humble and respectful, unlike Logan Paul. BDE's like Wrestling Rookie of the Year. LT from the NFL. Jelly Roll, Bad Bunny. Yeah, Bad Bunny's fucking good in the ring. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Show Speed was good at wrestling.
He's all right. Yeah, he's good at taking a spear.
He's good at taking a spear. He's good at getting RKO'd. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, the fucking stupid ass fucking Prime bottle. He was fucking trying to bark at Randy Orton. He's like, bitch, please.
That was so dumb.
I wouldn't pay to see Bad Bunny versus Jelly Roll, but I would root for... Yeah, I would root for Bad Bunny. Yeah.
Ariana Grace is making Auntie Maria proud. And Santino Marella, that's the look of a man who's not looking to bond with his son-in-law.
Future son-in-law, yeah.
Yep. No dinner time. No hanging out between those two.
Nope. Lol.
All right, now let's get to the match of the night. Yeah, go ahead and pull it up. And speaking of which, like, the match itself was okay. Like, surprisingly, the hometown man is fucking over. Even though his gimmick has a ceiling, and there's no way that he's going to be taken seriously as a main event contender, the fans still love him. He is a novelty attraction. His gimmick is over like Rover.
Like, look, Cody Deaner is clearly doing something. It's working. It's fun. It's a little fucking silly, but it's still fun, and it's still working. So, if people are gonna get, like, fucking people got behind, what's his face? Ludwig Kaiser's, version of El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking, like, actually cool in the ring and actually bringing a Euro twist to it all. So,
which is great.
Which is fucking funny and cool. But that's not what's important. What's important here is hometown man is obviously entertaining. It's obviously good in the ring.
And I also give him mad kudos because because they were in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and he wore the Albuquerque Isotopes jersey from The Simpsons.
What? What the fuck?
I don't have a picture of it, but
oh,
it's true!
Oh, god damn it. No. Hang on. In fact, let's see.
Hometown man.
Man.
Albuquerque.
I know how to spell Albuquerque. Don't you tell me how to spell things. I know words.
Fine. I don't know if they have a picture of it. Like, I don't know if you can find it, but like, the hometown man always makes a point to come out and wear the jersey,
like the jersey of the freaking hometown town people. Yeah, freaking the Miami Suns, fucking the New York, the fucking hockey.
Oh, you know what? Type in hometown man versus Stacks TNA.
Well,
there we go. And now, and you might.
This is a big fat might. I'm not seeing shit.
Oh shit. Yeah, you're right. Damn it. Damn it.
I hate you and everything you stand for. You lead me on a wild goose chase.
Hang on. I can't screen cap it from TNA Plus. They won't let me.
I know. It's not your fault. God damn it, TNA. Let me take a look.
Or just type in hometown man. Actually, no, that wouldn't work. Just type, yeah, it's fine. But the point is, that was fun. Now, the match itself was okay, but my main knock is, oh man, the more I'm looking at it from a holistic point of view, like, first of all, yeah, let's go ahead and show off
holistic point of view.
Not holistic, sorry, I know.
Objective, you mean.
Objective point of view. I'm beginning to see the point that Brian Zane made about how NXT is treating TNA, and he pretty much nailed it. Like, pretty much TNA, anytime they're collaborating with NXT, they feel like TNA wrestling feels like a benign co-star.
For the record, the Albuquerque Isotopes is a real team, and they're minor league baseball.
But I spun at The Simpsons. Oh shit!
Well,
wait, when did the team? What was the team?
The team was formed in 2003, and guess what?
What?
It says it right fucking here. Name origins. The team's name recalls fictional Simpsons Springfield Isotopes from the long-running series The Simpsons' first appearance, Dancing Homer. Temporarily becomes his local baseball team's mascot in the episode Hungry Hungry Homer, which first aired on March 4th, 2001.
Yes!
The team's plan to move to Albuquerque by going on hunger strike. Yeah. Subsequently, when the Albuquerque Tribune asked its online readers,
you don't have to read the whole thing.
No, the Isotopes received a 67% of the 120,000 votes cast. Dancing Homer writer Ken Levine said he was surprised when many Albuquerque journalists started calling him regarding the team name, as Isotopes had been chosen as the funniest, goofiest name we could come up with, and he never thought it had potential for a real team. While adding, he always liked the city's previous minor league team, the Albuquerque Dukes, and it was the farm team for the LA Dodgers he supported.
Woo!
So yeah, they did that on purpose.
Yay! Nerds! But no.
Fucking nerds!
Okay, but that aside, the match aside, this whole narrative, like, now that I'm looking at things objectively, yeah, no. It feels like TNA is like Brian Zane said, like, it is being treated as a benign co-star in their partnership because of how things have been played out and how things have been booked. Like, a lot of the NXT wrestlers have been winning TNA championships, but never the other way around. And it sucks.
So far as we know.
But like I'm saying, like throughout 2025, like that's been that way. And since their partnership started, we saw a lot of the main names from TNA sign over to WWE. Joe Hendry, Jordan Grace, and they're currently keeping Leon Slater away from TNA and having him booked in WWE live events over in Europe.
Still shit. By the way I'm figuring it on here,
like, I get it. It's cool that they're partners, but let's agree, TNA Impact deserves to be treated a little bit better than that.
I mean, yeah. Then again, the TNA got to beat up a bunch of NXT jobbers. It's not as if it was it hasn't been completely one-sided.
Fair enough.
Kaiser is the German Miz, huh?
Yeah, I know. So, folks on the chat, what do you think of the partnership between NXT and TNA? You let me know your thoughts.
I probably agreed. Quake, I lost attention because I realized I'm out of beer on a Friday. God damn it.
I'm going to fix that tomorrow. But now let's go over to the really bad segment of the night, and I really hate this because it's a concept that should have died.
Bro! Listen, bro! This concept, bro, look, I swear to God, bro, look, listen, bro, this is the most important gimmick for a wrestling match, bro, you can ever have, bro.
Here.
Bro! I invented Stone Cold, bro.
Here's a freaking...
Bro!
All right, stop. Here's a tradition from TNA that nobody asked for. We finally reveal what's in the briefcases in the Feast or Fired whole matches. The 4 participants who won the briefcases are Eric Young, Steve Macklin, Trey Miguel, who recently re-signed with TNA Impact, with TNA Wrestling, and Eddie Edwards. So they went down in the pecking order, briefcase 4, 3, 2, and 1. Trey Miguel had briefcase number 4. He opened it up. He gets a shot at the TNA International title.
Cool.
Then we go to briefcase number 3, Eddie Edwards. He opens his up. He gets a shot at the TNA World title.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Fucking seriously, wow. Good on him.
Steve Macklin opens up briefcase number 2. He gets fired.
Steve Macklin.
Steve Macklin, yep. Steve Macklin, the first ever international champion. The guy who literally was one of the awesome... actually, no, that was part of the main event. Sorry, no.
My bad.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Steve Macklin got fired. And Eric Young opened up his briefcase, and he gets a shot at the TNA X Division title. No, what?
No, God dang it, I was trying to hit the wrong one.
Don't hit anything. Don't hit anything for now. I fucking hate this concept. I fucking hate Feast or Fired because there's nothing like. Why is this considered entertaining when you're seeing a guy who lost their job and it's actually real life? They're gone. Steve Macklin is done with TNA Wrestling. He's like, they just let him go. Like, I don't know.
Bro, listen here, bro. Listen.
Like, who is this for?
Listen, bro. Look, bro. I invented The Rock, bro. Trust me, bro. This is the most intelligent, bro, you could ever... Listen. Are you listening, bro? Bro! You ain't listening, bro.
I'm looking at you.
I invented the Attitude Era, bro.
Who? Yeah, this is so stupid. Bro! This is another moment of lull TNA by continuing with this garbage-ass concept of Feast or Fired that should have been long dead.
Okay.
And I just hate it. I just fucking hate it because nobody wants to see anybody like get fired.
Okay, there wasn't any sort of thing like, oh, Macklin's contract, he hasn't re-signed.
And then to make things even worse, to shatter the illusion that it was just a gimmick or whatever the fuck, they cut to the commentary team where Tom Hannafan actually shared his thoughts on it, and he actually talked about how Steve Macklin helped him get a job at TNA Wrestling, and he was crying. He was literally breaking down, to which Matthew Raywald actually had to break kayfabe and take over the commentary for a while Tom had to collect his thoughts and get his wits about. What the fuck?
Bro! This is the most exciting thing of all time, bro. Okay, look, I know this shit's rigged. I know this shit's not real. But I have to agree with his this Feast or Fired a bit. It's a pain in the ass. There would like here's what I would do if it was me though. Instead of someone actually being fucking fired because it's fucking terrible and it's a pain in the ass, like, look, what you should do is like there should be some other fucking demerit other than being fired. Like, what else can you do to a pro wrestler other than fire him from the company or whatever? Everyone else gets a title shot. And this one dude, fucking what?
I don't know, like book him in a gauntlet match or some shit like that, or a handicap match or something. I don't fucking know, just anything but that.
God damn it.
Now, whether
it's disheartening.
Now, whether in real life, whether or not Steve Maclin actually wanted to leave TNA Wrestling to pursue other prospects, that's a totally different story. He hasn't put out any public statements about it yet, but just looking at it as a casual viewer, like, I'm sorry, I did not like this at all.
Sadly, neither do I, because it's just played out. Joe's definitely JCW's cool, but bro, he literally, like, Vince Russo fucking wrote a storyline where he's getting Me Too'd because he sent a girl, one of the girl wrestlers there, fucking like sexual photo or whatever.
Wow, I mean, at least Vince Russo is not out of touch.
Doesn't have to. Let's see. Let me see, Mr. Quake. The Isotopes versus the Richmond Flying Squirrels.
All right. Now let's get over to the exciting part. Well, actually, let's get over to the honorable mention before we talk about the main event. And the honorable mention goes to the long-anticipated TNA wrestling debut of Elena Black.
The only one. Ha.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah. Ha.
Get it?
Ha 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 ha.
Get it?
OnlyFans.
It's an OnlyFans reference.
Yep. Elena Black was announced by the new sheriff of TNA Wrestling, Sonya Deville. Well, I mean, Daria Ray. She announced Elena Black. She joins the commentary team, and Elena Black made short work of the local jobber in the ring, and she wrestled pretty well. She showed there wasn't any ounce of ring rust in her, thank goodness, and she hit a new finishing move. She doesn't do the double arm snap DDT anymore. She does like a double arm like flip over like suplex kind of move. It's so weird to call.
Wasn't that reminds me of like so?
No. It's Andrade's move. It's Andrade's finishing move. The Message.
Okay, all right. No,
but it's still cool.
Okay, now because I remember, like, wait a minute. Didn't Chuck Palumbo forever ago do a move like that?
No, his move was different.
Throttle?
No, something like that, but it was a different kind of move. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, Elena Black got the win. She had a great debut. Awesome. I can't wait to see her collect more wins. And more importantly, if she's trying, I don't know what her long-term game is, but if she's trying to get back into WWE, I'd like to see her develop better in terms of mic skills, in terms of cutting promos and shit.
I want her to have, like, rather than having her promos come off like she still has the stuff pre-written or scripted out for her, they've got to have a little more oomph to it. We know she's got grievance, we know she's got attitude, we know she's got fucking energy to burn, for Christ's sake. But like, it doesn't translate when she's in the when she's on the mic. Like, she's fine in the ring, she's getting way better in the ring. That's not in question. It's the promo presence, it's the delivery,
the ability to talk people into the building,
or at the very least get people to fucking hate you. And like, folks are like booing Elena Black for all the wrong reasons. They're booing her like, you and OnlyFans here, like, motherfuckers, y'all just fucking jealous that she isn't actually flashing her tatas on there, that she's basically duped everyone into getting like super extra spicy Instagram reel.
Gotta love
which
it
is fucking fun.
Gotta love it when wrestling fans get toxic. They boo the shit out of Elena Black. They drove Priscilla Kelly out of social media after she turned down offers to wrestle over in Israel.
Well, she accepted the offer to begin with, and then she turned it down when she realized, oh shit, that was a big mistake.
Yeah, but
so maybe that was a little called for, but she's probably just waiting for the heat to die down.
Anything involving the toxic wrestling fans, like bashing her, is not uncalled for.
You mean is uncalled for?
Is uncalled for. That being said, great debut by Elena Black. Now let's move on to the main event, and this has been much hyped. It is a no-holds-barred match. Two members who were part of First Class have broken up, and these two men will collide. And it is AJ Francis versus Rich Swann. No holds barred, no disqualification, anything goes. When it's
lazy booking,
all weapons legal.
Lazy booking.
Oh yeah. And Rich Swann starts things off white hot. He runs into the ring, dodges a right hand from AJ Francis, and starts wailing at him midsection with a baseball bat.
Just saying, fuck you, baseball bat.
Yeah.
Just fuck you.
Just fuck you. Yeah, no. Sting would be happy.
Mr. Quake, I'm getting drunk when every time Juan says bro. Oh.
Please cut it out, Juan.
Never. Never. If you bring up anything Vince Russo related, I will give you my most annoying Vince Russo impersonation, bro.
Yeah, but you're also...
Bro.
But you're being a bad influence. All right, so back to the no-holds-barred match. Rich Swann versus
I invented Sable, bro.
Shut up. So... After getting a few home runs in against AJ Francis, the two of the boys continue their fight outside of the ring, all the way over to the entrance ramp, where AJ Francis goes for a phenomenal risk and hits the Styles Clash onto what's his face, onto Rich Swann out there, and then he also follows it up with the down payment.
Ha! Nice.
Yep. Go ahead and click on it. There you go. Actually, no. Actually, no, my bad. I remember now. He was trying to go for the down payment. Rich Swann countered it, and then he hits Rich Swann with the Styles Clash. Sorry, I got it reversed.
Shit.
Yeah, no, it's okay. And then Rich Swann took control of the match and started punishing. AJ Francis took control of the match and punished Rich Swann for a while. Rich Swann was able to turn it around, grabs a frying pan from underneath the ring, starts smacking
a baking pan.
A baking pan from underneath the ring, and starts smacking AJ Francis in the head.
What's a baking pan doing in a pro wrestling ring?
Baking pans have been part of hardcore wrestling matches since forever.
Okay, but what's it doing in wrestling to begin with? Because, you don't bake in the ring. You can cook.
Well,
you don't bake in the ring.
Well, AJ Dog, I was going to save this anytime I wanted to invite you to a cookout, but that ain't going to happen, bro. So here, boom.
Ow.
Oh man. Anyways, so yeah, Rich Swann had control of the match for a while. He hits a baking pan, brings out 2 tables into the ring.
Nope.
And then...
Yeah, no. AJ Francis was just nope.
AJ Francis was having none of that shit and hits a barrage of chair shots onto Rich Swann. Holy shit. And surprisingly, there was no blood in this match.
Really?
Yeah, there was no blood. Even from the baking pan shot to the head, AJ Francis wasn't bleeding. So, I guess that's okay. I don't know. Anyways, let's go.
That's weird.
And then afterwards, Rich Swann was able to bounce back, and he was able to knock AJ Francis through the tables at ringside. And then Rich Swann, and then keeping the momentum going. The fans are going crazy. Albuquerque is loving Rich Swann. Rich Swann then goes over to the top rope and tries to hit, and actually over to the middle rope, tries to hit a Phoenix Splash onto AJ Francis, but AJ Francis was able to kick out after 2.
Shit.
And then AJ Francis cut off Rich Swann, grabs a garbage can, puts it over Rich Swann's head, and starts wailing chair shots at him with the garbage can on. And
hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know how that feels. Yeah, I don't know how that feels, and I don't want to know how that feels.
I know how it feels. It sucks.
Yep. Chair shot after chair shot after chair shot after chair shot, and it sucks. But Rich Swann was able to kick out from it, and then Rich Swann started punishing AJ Francis with chair shots, and then piles up a bunch of chairs onto AJ Francis underneath AJ Francis. Yep, go ahead. And then Rich Swann hits the frog splash to pin and win. Your winner, Rich Swann.
Holy shit! So after all that, the fucking Rich Swann manages to clinch the W.
Hells yeah!
Nicely done. Okay. He got beaten up. He got frapped in the middle of that trash can, but at least he hung in there. Goddamn.
Goddamn indeed.
Let me take a look over here in the chat before we continue. Joe definitely definitely Team PC was fun. Oh yeah, Team PC was fun. Great to see Elena in TNA, just like Danny Ray. Both of them are saying, I'm taking time off from wrestling is code for I'm taking off the last 3 weeks before I miss the fans. Yeah, good point. Thank you for that, Vicente Guerrero. Joe is saying, who's this other guy who's not on camera? Because that was a fire comment about cooking. Get this guy hired. Again, get hired. Damn, both of you. Wish I had pull.
So
do I.
Same. All right, Wancho, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
So, as far as this week goes, a solid program of TNA Impact. They did great. BDE had an incredible match against Nick Nemeth. Great show, a great standing from the YouTuber. Great main event, no holds barred match. A Rich Swann. I have my opinions about him, but he's definitely shown that he's improved in the ring. I like the whole drama between Ariana Grace and Stax and Santino Marella. I think that's hilarious.
Are they like is that drama being meant to be played comedically, or is that just fucking coincidence because it's fucking Santino?
Either way, are you not entertained?
I mean, like, yeah, I am, but which way are they trying to present that? Are they trying to present it comedically or dramatically?
I think they're trying to go for both, and depending on how they go, they play about this, like, I don't know. But that being said, one thing I can do without is the feast or fired concept. I want them to fucking retire it already. Like, it has no place in the current landscape of wrestling. I mean, I can't remember a single person who watched TNA in the 2000s or the 2010s who actually liked it that is not named a certain asshole from New York.
Wow.
Anyways.
Listen, bro, you need to... Look, bro, we need to take that... You need to take that beanie, bro, and what you need to do is place it up on a pole. And if you're really going to... Bro, look at me, bro. If you're really going to keep trying to match my genius as a writer for stories and television, then you need to actually put your money where your mouth is, bro.
You know,
and you need, bro, you need to put that beanie on a pole, bro. And you'll be able, if you can get your beanie off the, bro, if you get the beanie off the pole, then you can keep trying to criticize my writing genius, bro.
Shut up!
I invented the Attitude Era, bro.
You want something thrown at you? Because that's what's going to happen. God. Stop that! Anyways. This week's edition of AEW Dynamite was also pretty solid. I loved the match between El Clon and Mark Briscoe. That was great. The excitement of Tommaso Ciampa making his debut at AEW. That was so awesome, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table. The AEW Women's World Title match was also pretty good. I don't think it's going to be the end of Tekla. I think she's going to come right back for Chris Statlander because, you know, she's too big of a name to ignore. The main event...
You've got, what's her face? Megan Bain to deal with first, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying,
God, what a woman.
Ricochet needs to get better mic skills. I'm sorry. I know we criticized Elena Black, but Ricochet, holy crap, he's worse.
I really hope that he's putting on an air at this point. I really hope that he's being shit in the mic on purpose. Otherwise, buddy, you got some serious issues.
Otherwise, you might as well hit a 630 splash and faceplant yourself.
Serious fucking Lee. It's called improv class, brother. If TNA had better sounding and less bouncy ring, I could stand it. Fucked up? No. Let's get something that you should have already.
I forgive early Ring of Honor because even then it was bad.
JCW, get these guys. BTE, get these guys. I don't think either of the Young Bucks would ever want to deal with us. Two reasons. Number one, we're both taller than them.
Yeah.
And number two, we give proper criticism to AEW. Where it's warranted. You know, that thing that the Young Bucks don't like.
Pretty much. They don't like that.
They don't like us.
Now, this week's edition of WWE NXT was also pretty good. I'm happy to see Jada Parker back in the ring. She had a great match against Nikita Lyons. Nikita Lyons looks fan-freaking-tastic, by the way. And I hope she gets featured more on TV.
Seriously, for fuck's sake, man. She's paid her fucking dues.
Yeah,
she's been paid her fucking dues. She deserves, like, the fact that she got, like, delayed and stalled in her fucking knees fucking giving her the finger, both of them, that's just, like, the most horseshit luck of all time. If that shit hadn't happened, I guarantee you she'd have been, like, a multi-time women's champion at NXT by now.
Exactly. Now that being said, everything else was also pretty good. I saw the qualifier matches and they were serviceable. They were pretty well done. I didn't like the promo train in the main event segment. That was too freaking staged, too rehearsed. Up until Joe Hendry showed up, which made things fun again, and then Keanu Carver laid him out. I look forward to seeing what else Keanu Carver can offer,
and what other wonderful products the Kaiba Corporation will present to us. Dork.
But of course, if you're nerds like us, you're all gonna remember the viral moment where Zarya and Thea Hale had their sweet embrace. Hey, at least he's not doing the other.
Doing the Vince Russo voice.
Sorry. Now, as we mentioned earlier on this program, there will not be an edition of Los Amigos Play nor the Ravens Flock tomorrow, but we will be back next Saturday, and we will continue with Los Amigos Play every Saturday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube at Kick, where we will continue the playthrough of Sonic Frontiers.
Yay! And we'll also bring up the latest news of the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between
on the number one show, The Ravens Flock.
So Los Amigos Play airs every Saturday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and then at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we air our weekly edition of The Ravens Flock Saturday nights as well.
Of course.
Except for tomorrow. And let me see in the chat before we wrap up. What's that, K-Storm?
Because Queso says because we are going to Gasparilla.
Yay!
Mr. Quick says Casey has Black Air Force One's energies.
Oh my God, you're right, he does. Rest in peace, Kevin's mom, Catherine O'Hara. Yeah, she passed away, and that's fucked up. Vicente Guerrero was saying, listening to Wanch's impression, hard to know if I'm listening to Vince Russo or interviews from members from the former band Type O Negative. Rest in peace, Peter Steele. God damn, that's a deep cut. Fuck, man.
Well, until then, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona, as he reviews for you the best and the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. For Mr. Juan Arouse, I'm Jose Casabona, and this is Wrestling.